before long flight to BC.
Prime Minister, what can we expect from the Major Projects Office announcement tomorrow?
The Prime Minister tight-lipped on what he'll announce on Thursday, but sources have told Global News about some of the projects that will be added to the new major projects list. The biggest, the Silism's liquefied natural gas project in northern British Columbia, that would send over 20 billion cubic meters of LNG to Asia annually. The project has some Indigenous ownership, a key factor for the Liberals.
Mark Carney is in northern British Columbia on Thursday to announce the latest batch of nation-building projects getting fast-tracked through the newly created Major Projects Office. And this list is all about critical minerals, liquefied natural gas, and transmission lines. It is Canada's attempt to build infrastructure at something faster than glacial pace, diversify beyond the increasingly hostile American market, and position itself as a serious player in global energy and resources. The question is whether these projects actually get built or become another round of announcements that drown in regulatory delays. Welcome to Canada Newsletter, where we break down whether Carney's infrastructure push is transformative or just political theater. Before we dive into which projects are getting fast-tracked and why this matters for Canada's economic future, hit that subscribe button and click the notifications bell. You will not want to miss whether these promises turn into actual construction. Right, let us get into this properly ambitious infrastructure announcement. Prime Minister Mark Carney is in northern BC on Thursday to announce the latest slew of nation-building projects that will be sent to the newly created Major Projects Office in efforts to fast-track infrastructure approvals. On Tuesday, CBC News reported at least 3 projects focused on critical mineral extraction, one for exporting liquefied natural gas, and at least one transmission project, according to sources who spoke on condition they not be named. There will be a total of at least 6 projects. The Globe and Mail also reported Wednesday that the North Coast transmission line will be on the list, and a source told CBC News that the report is accurate. Carney's government launched the Major Projects Office in August after the Liberals pledged to speed up approvals for major infrastructure projects deemed to be in the national interest. The new office oversees that process. The Prime Minister recommended an initial list of 5 projects in September that included expanding liquefied natural gas production in BC, upgrading the Port of Montreal, a small modular reactor project in Ontario, and new copper mines in the West. Carney's budget, released last week, includes some $214 million over the next 5 years, plus about $10 million more for Indigenous consultation work to fund the new office's approvals work. The government's growth plan leans heavily on getting these mostly energy and resources-related projects built quickly, with an eye on expanding Canada's markets beyond the increasingly protectionist United States. That is the strategy. Reduce dependence on America by building infrastructure that allows Canada to export to Asia, Europe, and other markets. Critical minerals are particularly significant because they are essential for electric vehicle batteries, renewable energy technologies, and electronics. If Canada can position itself as a reliable supplier of these materials, it could become a major player in the global green economy. But here is the challenge. Fast-tracking approvals sounds great in theory, but Canada has a long history of projects getting bogged down in environmental assessments, Indigenous consultations, and legal challenges. The Major Projects Office is supposed to cut through that red tape, but whether it actually can remains to be seen. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Canada Newsletter.